Katai.
Okay, we're going to discuss the first appearance of Rogue. Yes?
Okay, it takes place in Avengers Annual number 10. Okay? It's available in a few different places. This is where we read it. X-Men Firsts, which reprints a bunch of different stories. You can also get it in a few trade paperbacks, which I'll flash on the screen right now. Okay? Written by Chris Claremont, drawn by Michael Golden, who's a favorite of mine. It was recommended to Michelle because you're a big fan of Rogue, apparently.
An expert.
Big X.
Can we get a close-up of her shirt?
Of her shirt.
Is that appropriate for
Dark
television?
Phoenix, right?
Would that,
No, that's regular Phoenix.
does that still keep it?
Okay.
Is it still keep it a family show?
That's
Now,
funny.
now that shirt
Yes.
looks a little bit worn out. Is it been through the ringer?
It's a little old. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Okay.
More than a lie. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm a nerd. I don't know.
no,
No, that would make you a geek. A nerd is if you mathematically told us how many cycles. No, I don't know.
I got nothing.
No, nothing. So you're a geek.
Rogue cycles are huge.
okay.
So,
So as a fan of Rogue, what did you
Yes.
think of this? Going back 82-ish, what did you think?
I liked it for a few different reasons. Because I like that she started off as evil, but not really evil because she was just manipulated. And it's how she was brought up, and I like that because you kind of miss that in a few adaptations of the X-Men. And I don't know, like I really like Rogue because she's incredibly complicated, and I think that a lot of characters, when you lose a lot of those elements, you lose a lot of who they are, and she's complicated for a lot of different reasons. Like she can't touch anyone, and that adds an element because it's a power that you wouldn't want, and that's why it was so epic whenever that, like, the Cure storyline came up in X-Men, which it always does, and it always flashes to Rogue, who always looks at Cyclops. What?
Time out. Time out. Can't she just wear gloves? Like, can't she touch a guy if she's wearing gloves? Like,
Listen, the idea of Rogue,
Or no.
and the nice idea about, and I'm gonna interject.
the cure is there.
You
Just
take
put
it.
gloves on.
She cannot just have the simple caress of her own parents, her own mother, her own brother, her own father, anything.
What if she had
And
gloves
she
on?
is fantastic.
She does wear gloves.
You know what,
That's all I'm saying.
Danny? Next time we go into the bathhouse, I want you to wear gloves and not touch me.
Oh.
All right? Is that what you want?
Oh, like I've never done that before.
Getting back to the actual comic
okay.
though, another thing that I really, really liked, and one thing that you actually don't get to see when she's not evil, or, well, I guess not evil, but like when she's not kind of being a badass, is that I've seen it a few times, and she does it in her own series, like the Rogue series, and she does it in here. She goes around and absorbs everybody. Like she takes down Thor, she takes down Captain America, she takes down, and even in the comic it says, and if you want to talk about female stuff,
No,
Thor,
but she
it
just
says,
said-
wait, it specifically says in the comic, Thor was taken down by a woman. And I mean, I wasn't really planning on getting into any
But it was
feminist
just a
stuff.
joke,
Where's
though.
Julie Sando when you
is
need
funny.
it?
It was just a joke, but it was just a joke.
But the-
But
but the-
it's cool,
but the idea-
and it's cool
the idea
that she's
for-
it's cool that she's badass. It's cool that she's super strength because you don't see a lot of female characters really punch. Like she in this comic, like she annihilates people, and it's I think
In
it's
her,
pretty sick.
yes.
I was going to say that Chris Claremont is kind of hit and miss, but
I thought you loved Chris Claremont.
no, well, he's kind of hit and miss, but I was actually surprised. I enjoyed this a lot. More than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Michael Golden's my favorite artist of the 70s, so I love the art.
Golden's
Absolutely
really
love it.
good.
Absolutely love it. But the story was better than I thought it would be, and it was interesting to see. I'd kind of always read Rogue's backstory, but I wasn't sure, because when she's introduced here, she had already absorbed Ms. Marvel's powers off panel.
Yeah.
So from the very beginning, she was already using her powers.
uber
in this-
powerful.
That was already her.
She's
I didn't
pretty
know,
damn tough.
I didn't know that was
That's
her
why
origin.
she's my
I
favorite
thought,
character.
yeah, I thought she was sort of absorbing powers for years and then absorbed Ms. Marvel's. But from the very beginning, she got her powers. She was super strong. She could fly. She could do all that stuff. So I think it's a pretty good
This
story.
is what I'm
surprised.
confused about. Before we go to break, just
Okay.
clarify this for me. Because Rogue and Gambit,
Yeah,
they like each other,
they
right?
do. They do.
This is what I'm confused about. Why in the movie
Oh, don't get me started on the movie with Rogue.
was she like?
Rogue?
Why was she into like Iceman?
Rogue, in the first movie they gave Rogue Jubilee's storyline. And then they just made they made her the damsel in distress a lot, which made me so angry because
She had no
she's
powers.
never damsel in
She
distress.
couldn't
number
fly.
one. She couldn't fly. She couldn't do any of that. And even
No
if
super
they
strength.
didn't do any of that, she was never like this little victim character. She was never anything like that.
No,
And
She was supposed to be a
always
30-year-old,
super-
right? 30. I think
she was a lot older in that.
That's it.
Isn't she knocking someone out?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
whammo! front cover.
So it's
Enter
good.
Rogue.
But yeah, Gambit, it sucks that he's not it, but it's kind of cool that you mentioned Gambit because I heard that in this new one, Hugh Jackman's already saying that the guy who's playing Gambit is stealing the show. And I'm like, you know what? He better, because what they did to Rogue, they better have Gambit be it.
I hope it's Jean-Claude Van Damme. No, I don't. Okay, let's go to break. I'm going to talk about some Black Lightning.
Lightning!
We'll be back right after this.